What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. So the 2023 Texas Pro is officially in the history books, and we now have a two-time champion in Andrew Jack. Andrew successfully defends his Texas Pro title. He takes home the $15,000 check, which is actually the highest payout for a men's open pro show winner this year that I can remember, and he takes home the Olympia qualification. Now, when Andrew took the stage, whether it was during the comparisons or when he came out for his individual routine, he just had the presence of the show winner. He was an absolutely imposing presence on that stage, and this was a well-deserved victory for Andrew. Now, rounding out the rest of the top 5 at this show, we had Jordan Hutchinson in 5th place, Lewis Breed takes home 4th place, in 3rd we had Carlos Thomas Jr., and in 2nd place we had Hunter Labrada. So the judges wasted absolutely no time here at the finals. They brought out Hunter and Andrew pretty much right away for the top 2 comparison. And much like we saw in the pre-judging, the imposing presence of Andrew Jack is what really separated him from Hunter in this comparison. The judges did work these guys really hard yet again. I think it was like 3 or 4 rounds of comparisons between Andrew and Hunter. But the fact of the matter is, Andrew just dominates when it comes to his overall presence. His midsection is by far superior, and I do think that he was a bit sharper than he was at pre-judging. Now, maybe not through the lower body from the back, but from the front, he just had the better overall package. There was no question. Hunter was definitely as sharp at the finals than he was at pre-judging, but I wouldn't say that there was many notable improvements that he seemed to make, as far as we could tell on the live stream anyway. I would still give the lower body to Hunter in the front and the back, but Andrew definitely took the win here from what we could see in pretty much every pose. So I want to talk about the top 3 here, and we'll start with Carlos Thomas Jr. The conditioning for Carlos was just not up to par here in Texas. Both at pre-judging and at the finals, Carlos just did not have the separation. He did not have the definition in the abs. Just overall, Carlos missed the mark here in Texas. And this is why I had him in 3rd place going into the show. In fact, many of you guys had Carlos even lower than 3rd place based on what I saw in my comments section from the pre-judging video. But for me, it's just the fact that Carlos has not competed since 2021. I have no idea how much weight he put on since the 2021 Nationals, but it does take a different formula to dial in that conditioning when you put on a significant amount of muscle. Now, with that being said, there's really not a doubt in my mind that he does have the potential to be a top Olympian as soon as he dials in that conditioning. But you know what? He was a very exciting addition to this show, and congrats to Carlos on 3rd place. Now, as for Hunter Labrada taking home 2nd place here, Hunter set out in the 2023 season with 2 goals in mind. He wanted to get his Olympia qualification, and he wanted to do 2 shows in order to figure out the formula to nail his peak for the Olympia. And you guys, I think he can safely say, mission accomplished. Hunter basically changed everything after the 2022 Olympia. He changed his training, he changed his diet, he changed his mindset, the focus on the vacuums and whole foods. Overall, I think this really puts Hunter in the best possible position to be at his best at the Olympia. And I don't think the 2nd place finish here in Texas really takes away from his momentum. You know, it would be different if Hunter had showed up in notably worse shape than he presented in Tampa, but I don't think that was the case. Hunter just had, well, the unfortunate card dealt to him of going up against the best Andrew Jack that we've ever seen. And I know a lot of you guys felt very strongly about the fact that Andrew was hands down the winner during pre-judging. And you guys, listen, I had Andrew winning the show right from the start. I said it in my prediction video. I said it in the podcast with John Livia and Mark's Max Muscle. But you know, when you compare their levels of conditioning, and that's what I was speaking to in particular, in that sense, that's where I was speaking about how this was more of a tight battle. But where there really was no comparison was between their structures and their overall package, I really think. Although they have 2 different physiques, Andrew's is really just superior when it comes right down to it. That's really what separated Andrew from Hunter, and of course the midsection. But you know what? Congrats to Hunter on 2nd place and for accomplishing exactly what he set out to do at the start of this season. So guys, we'll take one more look at Andrew Jack before we wrap things up here. I think not only did Andrew show up a bit sharper than he was during the pre-judging, but he also stayed very composed during the comparison shots with Hunter. Yet again, Hunter started to lose control of his midsection and he really did start to sweat. When it comes to Andrew, it's almost like you couldn't even see him breathing in those front shots. He just had such great midsection control. And he was bone dry throughout the entire show. But other than that, the striations in Andrew's chest as compared to Hunter, there was just no comparison there, you guys. Andrew was a dominant champion here. He's going to the Olympia, and I think we will very quickly see him in the conversation for that first call-out at the 2023 Olympia. Now, one question could be, where does Andrew go from here between now and the Olympia? He's got the qualification, he's at about 11 weeks out from the Olympia, and I think he really just needs to bring out that detail in the hamstrings and glutes. That's the only thing that Andrew is really missing at this point. Now, if he can finally bring that to the Olympia stage with this level of conditioning and fullness, there's no telling how far he could place on that Olympia stage. So that's it, you guys. The 2023 Texas Pro is officially in the history books. Andrew Jack successfully defends his title. He's going back to the Olympia, and he'll be back, I think, to be at his absolute best. And you guys, for the record, I predicted the top 3 in order, and John Livia over at Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding, he now owes me a t-shirt. I won the bet. John, I'll send you my address. But listen, that wasn't good fun, you guys. It actually made this show more exciting for me. But overall, it's the Olympia that just got that much more exciting. But next up, we've got the Masters Olympia, and then we have the Italy Pro, so there's still lots more to come in this 2023 season. I hope you guys have been enjoying the coverage so far this year. Make sure to like this video and smash that subscribe button if you're enjoying the coverage, and stay tuned. I'll have all the updates for you guys right here. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.